What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing to the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally doesn't work. Hope everybody's having a great hump day. Hope you're getting over the hump. Hope you're humping. Hope you're doing something. Working, of course, on my baby, my red brick house, because it's a brick house. It's my tomato. Just letting it all hang out because it's a brick house. Yeah, we're working on the red brick house here, getting my footings dug for the deck. What's kind of funny or interesting is I have a hater on, or I've got lots of haters, but one in particular on my other channel, my day job, who is saying that I'm not really restoring the house because I'm not making it back to the original. The funny thing is nobody maybe really knows exactly how it was to be original. And if you're saying to be original, then that means there shouldn't be electricity, there shouldn't be water, that we should be literally running this by candlelight and cooking outside. What's interesting is I seem to have come across some brick, and I don't know if this was like another house or a cooking area or whatever, as I've been digging these posts and stuff on here. We don't really know what was totally here before they started keeping records. We just know originally it was a schoolhouse. But anyway, be that as it may, I'm going to keep on working on this and keep letting the haters hate, because when it's done, trust me, when you have old school windows that are still being used with the original window weights in there, when you have saved the original brick and repointed it up in the way that they used to do it back in the day with lime mortar, when you have kept the original footprint of the building, and there's no way that you lose the history of the house itself, of it being a schoolhouse, of it being a Confederate hospital, of soldiers being worked on in here. It doesn't change the history of a Civil War battle coming through the property. It doesn't change that it was the Lee Masons Lodge. It doesn't change the history that it was the town's blacksmith. And each one of those periods, the house changed. So I'm part of one of those periods. That's how I look at it. Anyway, haters gon' hate, because that's what they do. Daryl, my buddy Daryl, shared with me a TikTok yesterday. Craziest TikTok I've seen in a while. But it was the NFL script released, or was basically stolen, okay? The script for the next 5 years. And it had the Cowboys going to the Super Bowl and losing in a couple of years. But the funny thing is, it has Aaron Rodgers and the New York Jets going to the Super Bowl. And this is what's so funny to me. We know that 6 teams last year that made the playoffs weren't in the playoffs the year before. We know that there's always turnover. So maybe this year it'll be the turnover for the Jets to get there. But they say that that the Jets will go to the Super Bowl, and I can't remember if it was win or lose. I think it was actually lose. But regardless of that, I'm going to say that's crazy. Yeah. Yeah, I'm video. What you need, baby? That's my stripper. What you need, stripper? Maybe she wants me to come over there and make it rain. She's stripping that wood. Anyway, Green Bay last year. Let's take Green Bay, for example. Because, see, here's what I find is so crazy is automatically everybody says, well, of course, with Aaron Rodgers, they're going to go to the Super Bowl. We're talking about a team that was fourth in their division last year. Aaron Rodgers had a cupcake division forever. The Bears, once in a while they get, close to a 10-win season. Minnesota has had Kirk Cousins forever. The Lions have been the Lions except for last year. And here's the thing that's funny. Aaron Rodgers is great, but guess what? He hasn't been to the Super Bowl since they had the number 3 defense in the NFL, and he had 4 great wide receivers. Are we looking and saying that Aaron Rodgers with the team that he had 2 years ago and the number 1 seed having Devontae Adams on there, having Aaron Jones who was beasting, they couldn't get past their first playoff game. So why now do we look at the Jets and say, the Jets, Aaron Rodgers with the Jets, who are in one of the tougher divisions, you have to look and say that, Buffalo is a great team. You have to look and say Miami, that's a hellacious offense. And even New England still has one of the greatest coaches, if not the greatest coach in history. Here's where I look back and find it almost comical, because what we say right now at this time of year doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter. Remember last year when Russell Wilson went to Denver, and all they said was all Denver needs is a quarterback. We had Jerry Jeudy and all the other great receivers. They had an incredible defense, and you got Russell Wilson now. Oh man! In fact, think about that whole division. What they said about that division. They said, you've got 4 of the best quarterbacks in football in that division. Justin Herbert, Derek Carr, Russell Wilson, and of course Pat Mahomes. Wasn't Denver ass last year? Weren't they ass? I think they were ass last year. The Raiders, didn't they get rid of their quarterback? The Raiders? Yeah. The Chargers, everybody's always talking about Justin Herbert as this great phenom quarterback. Is he? You do know he lost to Dak Prescott in their one meeting, right? Okay. Just checking. I'm just checking. But I think the only way that the Jets get into the Super Bowl would have to be that the season was scripted. Because if you look at that schedule, oh my God, they play everybody. It's bad enough to play in their division 2 games each. 2 times against Buffalo, 2 times against Miami, 2 times against New England. And mind you, they haven't beaten New England in 6 years. Okay? Even with Bill Belichick without Tom Brady. But you also have the Cowboys, you got the Eagles, you got the Giants, you got Kansas City. Literally, I think of their 17 games, I want to say 10 of them are against playoff teams from last year. Yeah. Good luck with that one. Anyway, I got 3 holes down, and I got 3 more to go. But you know what? I'll tell you what's funny. Well, I'll be damned. Look at that. Look at this. Found that in the ground. Wow. And it still works. I ought to do a commercial for that. Tell you what's funny is haters. Haters are so funny. People will hate you and make fun of you and aren't doing shit. A lot of people would look and say, I'll be damned if I'm going to be digging a ditch. I'll be damned if I'm going to clean a toilet. But you know what? I don't look at it like that. For me, I look at the 22 pounds I've dropped working on this house. Well, that and stopping eating the big subs. I look at the home that we're building. I look at the piece of history that we're saving. I look at the equity that I'm building. I can't imagine myself doing anything else other than being in Dallas, watching the Dallas Cowboys work out. That's about the only other thing that I would rather be doing. I've got my beautiful wife, my wonderful son, and I have you guys. There ain't nothing else in the world I need. All right, back to the ditch digging. I'm going to tell you, check this out. Look at this soil. Is that not some of the richest soil? Look at that. Is that not some of the richest soil you've ever seen in your life? This was all farmland at one time. And I tell you, I'm going to make me a nice little garden in here. Probably not this year, because we're so busy getting this thing done. But definitely, got some good soil. You never know what lurks underneath. I'm Mark Holmes. Peace.